So hi and welcome to this another episode with me Arshi. I hope you guys are doing good. और ये एक बहुत important video होने वाला है because I think जितनी भी students जो कहीं ना कहीं MBA को aspire करते हैं, they wanted to get into colleges like IIM Ahmedabad. And IIM Ahmedabad में जाने के लिए I think there is this one entrance exam that is called CAT, and through that exam only you'll be able to make it. तो आपके वही सारे questions, journey, बहुत सारी confusion को आंसर करने के लिए आप somebody with me. So over to you, Rohit. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Arshi. Hi everyone, I'm Rohit, and I'm currently a second year student at IIM Ahmedabad. Prior to this, I was working for about 1.5 years in the field of analytics, and uske pehle I was at NIT Trichy doing my production engineering, and even when I was in college, I sort of knew that at some point of time I want to do an MBA, and I even took management related courses in my BTech to see if I would be a suitable fit for an MBA program in the future. And then around in 2020 I took the CAT once, but then it was a COVID year, so I decided not to pursue any admissions that year. And then I got on well with my work, and then I decided in 2022 I should, when the COVID wave subsides and people get to go back to offline classes, I thought maybe that's when I should try and get into a good college. So that's the thought process I had behind the timing of an MBA for me.
I think to get into a good college, CAT plays a very important role. और अगर हम 2023 CAT की बात करें तो this year it will be conducting on 26th of November. Students के पास कहीं ना कहीं हम देखें तो 2 महीने के आसपास का टाइम है. What do you think, कि क्या उनकी strategy या फिर moving forward क्या plan होना चाहिए so that they'll be able to get into their dream IIMs or IIMs?
Yeah, so मेरे हिसाब से CAT is not a really tough paper in terms of how engineering aspirants find JEE, for example. It's a very the concepts in there are just 10th and 12th level English and math at max. So as long as you're able to solve things fast, you should be able to crack the paper, and उसके लिए बस practice ही चाहिए. And so the best way to prepare for this is to simulate the actual CAT experience on a regular basis. So if you take up, say, test series by different coaching institutes, this is what they exactly do. You have a 2-hour or 3-hour paper, and you just keep simulating that test experience so that when you write the actual test, it feels like it's just another test. You don't feel any pressure. You don't, you're pretty much numb to feeling the ups and downs of answering a question right or a question wrong. So I think if you consistently practice over the next 2-3 months and keep analyzing whatever mistakes you do, that's very important. You have to analyze whatever mistakes you do and try to rectify them then and there, so that the next test you take is better than the previous test. So slowly, if you graph yourself as to how your performance is going, it will slowly go up. It will not be very high, because if you look at, say, for example, if you take tests from test series, it's only a small subset of people who are actually serious are going to take the test. So आपका percentiles maybe शायद 99 नहीं होगा, 95, 96 होगा, but then it is understandable because you're already by putting in the effort, you're already a part of a top percentile group of people who are actually going to get into whichever dream IIM you have. So you just have to be confident and keep going in that direction. So yeah.
So I have this one question. I think we were discussing and you mentioned that you started preparing for CAT with your job only, right? So बहुत सारे students होते हैं who are preparing for CAT with their final year of examination or with their jobs. So दोनों चीजों को properly balance कैसे किया जाए, and you somehow summarize कि कैसे क्या आप prepare कर सकते हो. But होता क्या है कि CAT is having different sections. किसी स्टूडेंट के लिए कोई सेक्शन इजी है, किसी स्टूडेंट के लिए कोई सेक्शन डिफिकल्ट है. और एक जो बहुत मेजर प्रॉब्लम मैं देखती हूँ बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ कि लेट्स से मेरा कैट का परसेंटाइल तो फिर भी ठीक है, बट मैंने सेक्शनल कट ऑफ नहीं क्लियर किया, तो वो सारी चीजों को बैलेंस कैसे किया जाए?
सो जब मैंने फरवरी फर्स्ट वीक में स्टार्ट किया था अपना प्रिपरेशन, आई हैड अ एक्सेल शीट जहाँ पे आई यूज्ड टू लॉग इन द नंबर ऑफ आवर्स एंड द टॉपिक्स दैट आई हैड कवर्ड इन अ पर्टिकुलर डे. सो उसके हिसाब से जब मैं देखूँ, सो व्हेन आई समराइज दैट डेटा आई विल नो कि आई हैव डन दिस मच प्रोग्रेस इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन. सो इट्स नॉट लाइक मैं बस यही करता हूँ कि जिसमें मैं कंफर्टेबल हूँ. आई डू डिफरेंट, लाइक आई मेक श्योर दैट आई स्प्लिट द वर्क इवनली so that my sectional percentiles see an improvement. Like in all the sections I see an improvement. So when that happens, if you look at normally a cat scorecard, a lot of them will have very good sectional percentiles and their overall percentile will be much higher than the sectional percentile. This is exactly because a lot of people don't do well in one of the sections, so the overall percentile drops. So if you do evenly well in all three, the quantum jump that you're going to make in the overall percentile will be much more. So that's why it's important you balance out your work. Maybe or then you can just do, one day you do LRDI, one day you do quantitative aptitude, the other day you do RC. So you keep splitting it every single day so that over course of time you get proficient in all sections.
So moving to my next set of questions, I mean, you decided that मुझे MBA करने जाना है, you get into your dream college. स्कोर के साथ साथ let's say आपने बहुत अच्छा स्कोर कर लिया, now these colleges have that second level of shortlisting process where they look at your academics, you have your interview process. So how students can mentally prepare themselves that this is how they're going to ask questions, or इस तरीके से shortlisting होती है when it comes to colleges like older IIMs. Yeah.
So as far as I know, हर IIM में shortlisting criteria अलग अलग होता है. So getting a shortlist is not in your hands. You can literally only pray for it. लेकिन जब मिलता है, you should, I think, treat it like any other interview, because these people, they want to select you. They are going to, in fact, the IIMs are going to be fighting amongst themselves to pick one candidate from another prospective IIM, right? So you need to treat it like any other interview. It's not really stressful. The kind of questions they are going to ask, at least in the initial stages, is to get to know how you are as a person, and basis that. And there are ways to master an interview, in the sense, हर IIM के interview में what I've seen is, so far, is I took, I think, 10 interviews in total, IIMs and other colleges, and I converted 8 of them. मैंने देखा कि there's a particular format in which they ask questions. They first try to understand who you are as a person, and then somewhere in the middle of the interview they go to current affairs. So it helps to have a really strong introduction, wherein the last part of your introduction guides the interview in the direction in which you want to guide it. So if you're really good at something, if you stress on that during your introduction, and make sure you stress on it in such a way that the next question the interviewer is going to ask is more about what you're good at. So when you do that, you're actually masking whatever weaknesses you have, and more often than not, it really works. People are interested in what you say, so you keep going in that direction. You're strong and you're confident in it, so you don't have any controversial questions per se. And current affairs ke liye, as long as you know what to say at a decent level, what is happening at a local level, national level, international level, beyond 2 to 3 news articles, they're not going to ask a lot of details. And obviously, if you don't know much, you can always say no, that you don't know, and that is taken in good heart. So yeah.
One more question I have, that you mentioned that you did your industrial production engineering from NIT Trichy, if I'm not wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I mean, when it comes to NITs also, they are like top colleges for engineering, and then entering to a top college for MBA. I mean, what difference you find, doing your engineering from NIT to, a B school? क्या चीज अलग थी, and how was that overall experience when you entered to the college?
I think MBA is more hectic. जैसे कि engineering में you have 4 years, and a lot of people, really find their passion in engineering, which may not actually be related to academics. It may be related to other things. So not everyone is putting in their effort into academics, and because of that you have a very chill environment where you can really find what suits you. And if you really want to put in a lot of hard work into studying, which I mean you should, but it's not necessary. Engineering is what I wanted to say. But MBA people are more serious. People aspire to an MBA program because of the benefits they can get from it. So people are pretty certain what they want to do next in life, and because of that everybody is competitive, and the environment can be a little rigorous. You have to be on your toes at all the time. So that is something this 1.5 years so far at IIM Ahmedabad has taught me to always expect bad days and be prepared for them.
स्टूडेंट्स के दिमाग में मिथ होता है कि मैंने कैट प्रिपेयर कर लिया, मैं ड्रीम कॉलेज के अंदर चला गया, मतलब आप IIM अहमदाबाद में गए एंड आपकी लाइफ सॉर्टेड है, तो ऐसा है या फिर उसके बाद व्हेन टू द कॉलेज द थिंग्स आर लाइक ऑल टोटल डिफरेंट एंड आप कैसे समराइज करोगे आपकी अभी तक जर्नी एट IIM अहमदाबाद?
So the easy part, but it is like, looking back it feels like that was the easy part, क्योंकि जब आप कॉलेज के अंदर आते हो the first term is pretty hectic and wild in the sense आपको इतने सारे चीजें करने पड़ेगी in terms of maintaining a good score in your academics, in terms of preparing for replacements and all that. So उसके हिसाब से there's a lot of work to be done. So I would say first time at IIM Ahmedabad is a little more hectic than the preparation itself.
How somebody can maximize their college life, once they enter to a college, because I mean there are clubs, you have your academics. As soon as you enter to your college, there is a pressure ki internships hai, then converting that internship into pre-placement offer. Then there are different and diverse kind of companies coming for the placement, and there also you need to put efforts ki how I need to target my dream companies. So students, it's not only about IIMs, it's also about every single college, right? Jitne bhi students who enter to the college. So how somebody can maximize their MBA?
So I think before you get into an MBA program, or even as soon as you get into your MBA program, the sooner you decide which career field is good for you, the better it is, because आपको confusion नहीं होनी चाहिए in terms of what you want to pursue in life, and an MBA is a really good step up for you to pursue what you want to pursue. So the sooner you decide कि आपको you want to get into say marketing or consulting or something like that, the better it is. And the sooner you do it, the more knowledgeable you become in terms of how to get there. So if you don't know where to get, it's going to be a little difficult. You may not even like it after a while. So but if you need to talk to a lot of people on campus. You need to talk to people who are already working in the industry. Try to see if it is a good fit for you, personality wise. And agar aisa hai, to you just need to put all in and go for it. You shouldn't think too much. Once you decide, you have to go all in. And and once you go all in, the opportunities are definitely there in these schools. So ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको नहीं मिलेगा, कुछ ना कुछ मिलेगा from there. Even if it's not the best opportunity at the moment you enter into that field, you can always grow. So deciding which field you want to enter into is, I would say, the most primary thing from an MBA program.
One more question I have, is that there are so many other colleges. You might have your friends or your colleagues, to different B schools. कौन सी ऐसी चीजें would you feel like that which is there in IIM Ahmedabad but not the other B schools or other IIMs out there? What is that one thing which you feel like this is something which is different?
So yeah, I do have a few friends from other institutes. I think the primary thing that sets IIMA apart is the competitiveness. Our schedules are purposefully designed to be rigorous because so that it pushes you to the जब भी मैं बाहर internship के लिए भी आता हूँ, I feel like the internship life, as in my work hours, are not that bad. I felt college life was more hectic than actual work, which is not really the case for most of them. So I think it's the rigor that sets things apart. And also even in the classroom, you have really smart people from various backgrounds, and you learn about things that you never thought existed before. So in terms of that, I think IMA has been a real eye opener for me.
And I mean, what is the placement process and what is the internship process at IIM Ahmedabad? I mean, how it usually starts and how companies came to the. So, what is the complete process?
So it's I think it's pretty much like any other engineering college in terms of placements, just that it is concentrated over a few days rather than throughout the entire year. So when you think of it in that way, yeah, you have like companies coming in, making a presentation, trying to tell we are so and so, and this is the kind of career that we will give you and all that. And students attend these presentations and try to get a feel for each company so that they can make a really good informed decision as to which company they should apply for, which company they should aspire to get into. So ये सारे information मिलती है, and also apart from that there are clubs on campus which will break it down to you as to what you need to prepare for each and every field, and what is there for you if you pursue a certain field. So all these things are sort of embedded into the placement process and help you get a good job.
And what is the one last suggestion you wanted to give to all those aspirants who are dreaming to get into all those top B schools?
So I mean, I understand that you have only say around 2 months to prepare now, so it's not too late. You just have to put your head down and treat this as one singular goal for the next 2 months and prepare well, because if you can clear the initial hurdle, which is the CAT exam in itself, the interviews come pretty later on, so you still have a breather. So if you focus on the next 2 months and keep taking tests regularly, and not be too emotionally attached to each and every test, treat it as a learning experience, because aapka percentiles will go up and down. It's natural. You just have to keep working hard. That's the only thing.
Okay, Rohit, I think I'm done with my questions. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Arshi.
Yeah.
I hope you liked this video. For more such videos, keep watching our channel.
And do not forget to like, share and subscribe.